Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the Twilight Zone. More specifically, about a really cool episode of the Twilight Zone. It's called 100 Yards Over the Rim. Now, I've covered this episode recently, and I talked about a very interesting fact about Cliff Robertson and his top hat and how important and interesting that was. But I'm going to talk about something else, and that is the filming location for this episode. When you all find out the details, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's a really cool piece of information that you can share with other people and family. So if you're a fan of classic TV shows and movies, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free to do so, and it really does help out my channel. It keeps me going, and I really do appreciate it. This episode comes from season 2 of the Twilight Zone. It aired April 7th, 1961. Now in this one, Rod Serling is the writer of this episode, and we have Cliff Robertson, really cool actors, Ed Platt from Get Smart, as well as John Astin from the Addams Family, all starring in this episode. It's a really great one about a man in 1847 who accidentally travels through time by going above a rim, kind of in a desert. They're trying to go west, and his son is very sick, and all of a sudden, he is forward in time into the 1960s. He's able to find medicine, and he takes it back to his son. It's a really cool episode, really well done. And I think what stands out from this episode are just the landscape, the beautiful visuals of this episode. I mean, if they would have done this inside a soundstage, it would have not had the impact that it did, because they actually ventured out into the wilderness, into the real location. In fact, a really cool, interesting thing about this episode is that they filmed this one and another one of the Twilight Zone back to back. And that is the Rip Van Winkle caper. It's such a great episode. It's in fact one of my favorites, about these men who rob this bank, get all this gold, and they sleep for 100 years, and they try to redeem the money or the gold later. It's really good. But anyway, both of these locations were the same. They essentially shot both of these episodes in one location. I was able to track down where this was, and the telltale sign is the little diner that he goes into that is a character of Cliff Robertson, Christian Horn, the one that he goes into, and you can essentially see that this location is still here. It's a little different, of course. Tons of years, over 60 years have passed, but it's really cool to be able to see a before and after of this location. Now, I was able to track the location down. Los Angeles is down here just below Pasadena. You can see Bakersfield as well as Fresno all the way to Stockton. You can even see Las Vegas here on the right, and this is the location of there's nothing here. You can see there's some wilderness areas. There's lone roads, and all these are mountain ranges. Change it so we can see the landscapes a little better. And this is a little city, a little town called Grant. And essentially there's a couple cabins and things like that, but I really want to show you what the location looks like. And this is pretty much a photo that was submitted of what the location looks like. Not only that, but check this out. If we change to a actual satellite imagery, I mean, you could see how deserted this whole location is. We can move to more of a 3D area. I mean, look at this. There's just mountain ranges and lakes, and they really went out of their way to find a location that wasn't on a map. On Highway 395, this is a highway that character Christian or Cliff Robertson actually appeared over the rim, and they used some of these berms and hills to get over the scenes. But let me show you the little cafe where he actually appeared and went in. Now, the interior scenes were shot somewhere else, but they used this thing, and I want to move to this side so you can actually see how really cool this looks. You can see this little, I don't know, for lack of a better term, kind of shark fin that is also in the episode. And you can see the little cabin or the little diner here. It's really cool. It's condemned now. It's not available, but I mean, look how deserted this is. There are cars on the road, but imagine in the 60s there'd be a lot less. But I mean, this shows you how, I mean, there's a building here and it's gone. and look at the mountain ranges and just how deserted this is. And of course, you can see how they can film into the mountain and make it look like there's nothing here. It's just a really cool sight. And this is probably the background that was used for Cliff Robertson when he was looking. And it's just so cool. I'll place this for you so that you can see it a little better. But here it is. Here's that famous diner with the sign right in front of it saying Grant's, and so beautiful. So I hope you enjoy this and you see something a little different, something that lends a little bit of light to this episode. If you do like stuff like this where I track down these locations, let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think about this. Did you know where this was? Do you think that it was effective for them to actually go and find the location like this? I think it was really awesome. I think it was really cool. Thanks so much for the support as always. We'll see you all next time. And don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. Thank you to all my supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Russ C, Sally N, Vito L, Citizen Kane 359, David D, Jerry D, Jennifer P, and Kevin K. If you want to join this list and be a patron supporter, it does help out so much, and I thank you ahead of time.